Hey folks, I've been wanting one of these for a long time, and this was given to me as a gift by a master luthier named Yevgeny Igorevich, and this is labeled number 5 from 2024 on the inside, and I've had it for about a year, and I've been messing around with it. The reason why I haven't made a video of it yet is because all the paperwork was in Russian, even in Cyrillic script, so I wanted to make sure that I could translate it all and have some proper information to give about such a special instrument. So let me give you a little tour of it so far. You have there a solid spruce fretboard. Of course, it's a triangular shape instrument, but it has the solid spruce fretboard with a friction rosewood bridge, kind of like a mandolin bridge, if you see there. A ebony rosette around this little tiny sound hole, and this rather interesting floating pickguard type thing. They do play it with a plectrum. I'm not playing with plectrum right now. I have played it with a plectrum or a pick, and you can get a really good tremolo effect better, which is what you associate with this particular instrument. It is the premier Russian folk instrument. I think it was popularized by Peter the Great. It's been around since the 15th century, I believe. So it's an old folk instrument. Anyway, to continue, the staves on the back are sort of mandolin-esque, but really interesting geometry and angles there. You have where the strings pegs there with an ebony piece, and what looks to be some sort of hardwood there. I think it's maple. You can see a bit of the figure there. And then the interesting design of the back, where you have this maple bridge that's painted for a section of it, but up to the scarf joint, and then it's left blank with this guard on the back of the headstock rather than the front, which is interesting. So 3 tuning keys, and normally tuned to where you have 2 bottom notes that are matching pitch for, I think, this size, an E, and then an A at the top pitch, and you get that sort of drone sound. Those of you who played mountain dulcimers, you get the same effect with the tuning on that. There are various tunings. There are mandolins that are made with 6 strings where the courses are doubled. Probably some of the larger mandolins. There are various sizes. I've got them written down here. 2 mandolins. I believe this is a prima. You've got descant, piccolo, prima, segunda, alto, tenor, bass, and contrabass. I bet that one's massive, as big as a double bass, I would imagine. And most people play, obviously, primas and secundas, sometimes with piccolos. And they were traditionally made with gut strings, but these are nylon strings, probably Aquila or something similar. Although the top string, now that I'm looking at it, looks like a steel string. The bottom 2 look like nylon to me. There is a whole repertoire of music in the Russian folk tradition and other countries around Russia using balalaikas. Of which I'm not doing justice by my little sound sample. And if you're interested, definitely check it out, because it's just amazing, whether it's solo or in balalaika orchestras. And sometimes you see other instruments blended in, like the dombra, which is very similarly tuned from Kazakhstan, the padura from Georgia, Mongolian topshur. Often the domra is which is different from the dombra, is another Russian instrument that you see mixed in. So sort of like folk orchestras. And you get very traditional sort of balalaika music, but then you have some players that are advancing the craft and doing something quite modern and innovative with it. And sometimes you see them mixed in with Western or even rock music as well. I've seen electric balalaikas before as well. A few examples of famous balalaikas in contemporary Western music. Ian Anderson plays one in Jethro Tull's Stand Up. Um, there are Kate Bush, I think, features one in the Songs Babushka and Running Up That Hill. So you hear it here and there in Western music, but largely it is a Russian um, folk instrument with its whole tradition, and that includes countries around Russia like Georgia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, places like that probably have their own repertoires for balalaika music. But it's a really, really beautiful instrument. And I'm so pleased to get this. It came with a bag that fits it perfectly as well, which is really nice. Imagine trying to find a bag that shape. So that was a really nice inclusion on this. And it's a real treasure. It's beautifully made. It looks like to me like the fretboard is ebony with little mother of pearl inlays there. Yeah, it's just something that I will definitely keep and cherish, and I hope at some point to include when I feel a bit more proficient on it. I hope to include this in some of my own recorded music as well. That was the idea. That's why I've always wanted it. I have things like an Irish harp, lyres, other folk instruments that I often like to use. Probably, not in a traditional sense, but I like to use them in my own written and recorded music, and this is no different. But I wanted to show it to you again. This is a master instrument made in 2024 by a maker in Russia, and was given to me as a gift, and I'm really pleased to share it with you. I plan on doing more videos on this in the future. This is sort of an introductory video just to show it to you and give you a quick look at it. But as I get better at playing it, and same with some of my other folk instruments as well, they probably will crop up on videos in the future. But I want to show it to you. Yeah, there you go. A Russian balalaika. Fun times.